Crime was a serious problem along Francis Avenue. Before we moved in here, previously they'd had a murder, a woman murdered in her own house. They never solved that murder. After we moved in here, a young man down the street answered the door late at night and was shot and killed. They found his body in his front yard. He was dead. They didn't solve that either. They didn't solve any of the break-ins in the neighborhood, and nearly everybody had their TV stolen once or twice. They didn't solve the prostitution problem. They didn't solve the drug dealing problem. They didn't solve anything. In my case, there's numerous times where my house got either broke into or my garage either was broken into or attempted to be broken into. For example, there's the pictures of the time where the garage door was peeled back. I heard them in the backyard. It woke me up. I went back and I seen them. I came back in the house, woke Sheri up. They had the bottom of the garage door peeled up. They still couldn't have got in there beyond that. And I think they realized that once they had it peeled back. Anyways, I told Sheri to call 911 as I was going to go and deal with them. It was 3 guys. One was a little bit bigger, but I'm pretty good at taking care of myself, and I was going to take care of myself and take care of the 3 guys that broke in. Anyways, when I opened up the door and Sheri realized there were 3 of them out there, she slammed the door in my face, and I didn't get a chance to go out and confront them. They went out the back through the fence and broke the fence down to get out. I spent time before I went to work and fixed everything up, got it back so it could be passable as far as the repair at the time. The one break-in that concerned me the most was when I had a PPO out on me and my garage had gotten broken into, and Sheri had called the police, and the police showed up and they kind of laughed about it and said it was an inside job, that I must have broke into my own garage, and they refused to write a police report. Later on, after unfortunately what I prophesized, Sheri had been hurt. She was found 2 doors down in the driveway of that green house late at night in the middle of winter, half froze to death and injured. The police tried to say it was self-inflicted. She kind of feels that it was 2 people that had done it to her after they broke into the house. When I got to the house, everything in the house and the garage was cleaned out. When I called the police and tried to get a police report or something going, they refused to do it and told me that Sheri did it. Neither me or Sheri did it. The person that actually did it was the only person that had a key, and that was Marc Colon Jr. He was the only person that had access to that garage and could break into it, because the police said it had to be an inside job because there was no damage to any locks or anything like that. Somebody with a key had to get in there, and the only person that could do that was Marc Colon Jr. He robbed me. He was my partner at the time. We'll explain that further later. Anyways, of all the break-ins at my house and all the thousands of dollars of losses, and as Gillett said, when my house got shot up, that I had insurance, and also right before that, my house got broke into, and each time that occurred, that was a $500 deductible out of my pocket. So that's $1,000 I lost just on them 2 incidences within a month, along with the fact that the TV was destroyed and a few other things. So anyways, of all the break-ins, nobody ever had any cases solved. And on the one time when I had them at 3 o'clock in the morning, the police purposely hit them with their searchlight from the end of the alley over here. They had their car parked in the alleyway, and actually it started with 2 cars. One of them had pulled away. There was still 1 car back there. We had made 3 phone calls to 911, which should be part of this collection, and each one telling them all they got to do is block the alleyway and they got the bad guys. So we watched the police officer come and approach this direction here. I had cameras trained on this. By the way, at a later date, the police came to review my cameras. When they seen the footage of this, me standing in the street here, they wanted to copy it. Actually, they took it and they erased it. So they hit him with the searchlight from here, and they proceeded around the corner and hit him with the searchlight again from the block over. At which time the guys started putting all their tools back in their trunk, realizing that the police were there. And the police did nothing to catch them. On the 3rd phone call to 911 that I had Sheri make, I had already headed out the door and come around the corner and made it to this point right here. As I ran by a cop, he stopped me and demanded I go back to the house. I told him, you see their headlights right there? You can see their headlights in the alleyway. They're just in the alleyway right there. Why aren't you going after them? And they told me, well, we've got it covered. You need to go back to your house. Later on, they just let them go, and I think all that video that they gave me was made up stuff. Anyways, when my garage got broke into, I lost a lot of tools, a lot of equipment that cost me a lot of money, and it ended up into me filing for bankruptcy from the damage that occurred. So if you're living in Lansing, it's a scary place to live. I think when I'm done, I can show pretty much that the police don't really care about anybody that lives here. They just kind of look out for themselves. And that'll be shown in all the other videos. Thank you.